Hello and welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing a very beginner-friendly yoga class that's going to teach a few of the foundational movements that you'll see in yoga. This is mostly going to be for lengthening and mobility. We will have a couple of more challenging positions, but we won't be there for very long, and this is not a strength training yoga class. This is more geared towards mobility, recovery, and flexibility. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start with our legs crossed so that one foot is in front of the other foot. And we're just going to connect with the breath. Focusing on feeling the breath enter the body and fill up your lungs, your belly, and the contraction of the exhale. Breathe normally. We're trying to establish a baseline of our breath through our asana practice. On our next inhale, we're going to reach the arms up above the head, palms touch. Exhale the arms back down. Inhale the arms back up again. This time, gaze follows up. You watch the palms touch. We're going to grab a hold of our right hand with our left hand. And as we exhale, we're going to lean to the side. A little bit of an opening on the side body. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Grab the other arm, grabbing the left hand, the left wrist with the right hand. Exhale and lean to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale the arms back down. We're going to go ahead and move into a tabletop position. Hands are going to come just below the shoulders. Knees are just below the hips. And from here, we're just going to warm up the wrists a little bit before we do anything else. So we're just going to gently rock back and forth on the wrists. And then go ahead and rotate so the fingers are facing outward. Rock back and forth, same thing. And switch so that the fingers are facing inwards towards each other. Rock back and forth. It's really important to warm up the wrists because we use our wrists a lot in yoga with down dog, with plank. We put a lot of pressure on the wrists. And so it's important that we warm them up, warm up the hands as well so we have good grip and we're not causing any injuries. Now we're going to flip the hands over so that the back of the hands are placed onto the mat. And this time, as you do a gentle rock, you're going to notice that the stretch is felt more as we rock back instead of forwards. So if wherever you're at right now is feeling like too much of a stretch, you can bring it in, so you can bring your hands closer to your knees, and that'll make it a little bit easier. If it's too easy, just do the opposite. You bring it back out further away from you. Go ahead and shake out the hands. Very good. Now we're going to go back into tabletop. And we're going to start with some cat-cows. So from the tabletop position, We're going to exhale, push the ground away. The shoulder blades should spread across the back. Tailbone is tucked underneath, chin is tucked underneath. And then as we inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together, the belly drops, the head comes up, and the tailbone comes up. Exhale, push away. Spine is nice and tall. Inhale. Belly is nice and low. We're going to do a few more of these at your own pace. And you're going to try to connect this movement with your breath as we go through the motion. Inhale. Exhale. Now go ahead and come back into neutral. We're going to tuck the toes underneath. We're going to push through the hands back into the heels to come up into up dog. Now this is the first up dog of the session. So we're going to go ahead and lift the heel of our right leg. And then we're going to switch, pushing the right leg down into the mat, lift the heel of the left leg with a nice bend in the leg. And we're going to switch again. And we're going to keep switching, so we're just walking our dog, introducing some length into the muscles. This is a great warm-up for down dog. If you go into your down dog and it feels too much on the hamstrings, the calves, the back, this is a great way to open up the muscles and get them prepared for your asanas. Very good. Let's go ahead and try to find some stillness, pushing both heels towards the ground. If they don't touch all the way, that's okay. Now, in our down dog, we also want to be pushing through active shoulders. So if I'm not activated my shoulders, you'll see that my head kind of sinks towards the ground. When I activate my shoulders and I actively push the ground away, my chest goes towards my legs. So this is an active down dog. We're getting much more length in the spine, much more length in the legs, and now through the arms and the shoulders. From here, we're going to lift the right leg up, shifting our weight into our left foot. As we lift the right leg up, sometimes you'll notice that you have this twist. So we're going to push more into the right shoulder, trying to keep everything else steady. Just lifting the right leg up without twisting the spine. Three-legged dog. Go ahead and bend the right knee, getting a little bit of an opening into the inner right thigh. And now look forward between your hands. Tuck that knee nice and close to the chest and step through. We're going to go ahead and drop the left knee, sweeping the hands up into a low lunge. So spine is nice and tall, activating the left glute so that you feel as though you're pushing forward a little bit through the hips. Arms are nice and tall, and again, these are active arms. So we don't want passive arms that are just up and loose. We want to pretend that we're holding a big ball, a big heavy ball above our heads. Active arms. We're going to exhale, fold over this bent leg, the right leg in the front. Place the left hand on the inside of the right foot. Right arm is going to come up. Gaze is following the right hand, so we're looking up at that hand. As you're doing these poses, you want to be listening to your body. And so what I mean by that is you're going to feel the stretch, the activation in different parts of the body. And in yoga, people will say, breathe into where you feel it the most. And so what that means is you're just imagining that as you inhale, that breath is going into the area that's affected the most. And as you exhale, you're imagining that whatever activation you're feeling, whether that's the stretch or whether that's burn from using the muscle, you're releasing any of that tension that's there. Exhale, bring the hand back down to the outside of the right foot. We're going to push up into a runner's lunge. So the left leg comes up, knee is off the ground. Pause here. And right foot is going to come back, and we're meeting back in down dog. Connect to the breath. Now shift the weight into the right foot, pushing more so with your left shoulder as we raise the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Now find your length here, and once you feel that length in position, go ahead and bend the left knee, opening up the inner thigh. Take the gaze and look forward between the hands. Tuck the knee into the chest and step forward. If you need to wiggle your toes to get all the way up there, that's totally fine. Go ahead and drop the right knee. Sweep the arms up into low lunge. Same thing here, we want an active glute on the right side this time. Activated arms up nice and tall, strong arms. Lengthening through the spine, don't let yourself fall forward. We want to be nice and tall in this pose. On your next exhale, go ahead and fold forward over that bent leg. Right hand is going to come on the inside of the left foot. Left arm is going to reach up with our inhale. Gaze follows that left arm. Exhale the arm back down. Tuck the toes underneath on the right foot. Lift yourself up into a runner's lunge. Very good. Taking a bit of a pause here before we step back into down dog. Now we're going to go through our first vinyasa. When somebody says do a vinyasa, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take your gaze and you're going to look between the hands as you shift forward into a plank. Now, if plank is not available to you right now, you can drop the knees and lift the feet. The reason why we lift the feet is because if I just drop the knees, now I am more prone to sagging like this. So if I lift the feet, my core has to activate. So this is a much better variation for plank, an assisted plank, rather than keeping the legs down. So wherever you're at, whether it's on the knees or a full plank, now we're going to exhale. As we exhale, bending the arms all the way down to the mat. Then as we inhale, we're going to do an up dog. So again, wherever you have available. For me, I like to be so that my legs are not touching the mat. You can go ahead and change it so that instead your feet are flat and your legs are still on the mat. Or if that's too much, you can do elbows on the mat and lift up from here. So wherever you're at, we're going to press back up into a down dog. That's your full vinyasa. So we're going to do one more just like that. Inhale, look between the hands and shift forward. Exhale, bring it on down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Perfect, very good. From here, we're going to drop the knees. We're going to push the heels back, and at the same time as we're pushing the heels back, we're going to shift the arms, reach the arms forward, going as far as you can. Hopefully, we get to the point where the forehead is able to rest onto the mat. And this is child's pose. While staying in child's pose, we're going to take the hands and we're going to walk them towards the right side. So we're lengthening the left side, just getting a little bit deeper into the side body and the left side of the back. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring it back towards the center. Reset. And we'll walk our hands towards the left side. Bring the hands back to center. We're going to use our arms to help push us back into a seated position. From here, we're just going to swing the legs around. So the legs are straight in front of us. We're sitting nice and tall on our sitting bones. Toes are going to be slightly pointed back, so we're in dorsiflexion. Hands are going to come down to the side, and we're going to think like we're pushing into the ground as we raise our chest up. So a little bit of a heart opener here. If you want to add more, you can always bring the hands back and push into a bit more of a back bend. And as you're doing this, you can let the head fall back. Now, if the head falling back is causing any neck pain or anything, you can always just keep your neck in neutral and just have the bend going through the upper back, opening the chest. Go ahead and bring yourself back up tall. We're going to inhale the arms up above the head. And as we exhale, we're going to fold over our feet. Exhale, folding over the legs. So what we're doing here is a passive fold. So if I were to do an active fold, then I would be hinging at the hips and keeping my back flat. So for me, this is all I have with a flat back, versus if I release and I let go and I let that back release, then I can get a lot further, and the stretch is now going into my back as well as my hamstrings. Go ahead and walk yourself back up. We're going to take the right leg and we're going to place the right foot just above the left knee. So you may start feeling the stretch here already, but if we want to deepen it, we can take this left leg and we can start to scoot it up until you feel the stretch on the outside of the right thigh. This is seated triangle pose. One important thing is that we want to keep the leg that's crossed over, that foot should be in dorsiflexion, meaning the toes are pointed the opposite way. So I don't want to relax the loose foot because then I'm going to lose some of the activation in the outer thigh. I want to activate that foot and allow it to be able to get deeper into the outer thigh with the stretch. Chest is nice and tall. We don't want to be folding over. We want to be lengthening. From here on your next exhale, go ahead and straighten the left leg, keeping your legs crossed for now. We're going to use our right hand to guide the right knee upright. And then from here, we're going to extend, as we inhale, extend the left arm up above, creating some nice length in the side. Exhale, place the elbow onto the outside of the right knee. From here, we can use this right hand as support so we stay up nice and tall as we push the elbow and the knee into each other to create this spinal twist. Exhale, release your twist. Uncross your legs. Coming back into staff pose. Legs are nice and straight. And from here, we're just going to take a minute to feel the difference between the two legs. So sometimes it's nice to add some stationary poses that are just simply meant to check back in with the body. See what's going on, see how you're feeling after certain poses. See what it feels like before and after you started your yoga practice. Just notice the differences. And we're going to take left side, place the left ankle above the left knee. Invitation to bend your right knee to deepen the stretch here. Standing up nice and tall. Flex the left foot as we prepare to open up the left side. Go ahead and extend the right leg. If you had it bent, use the left hand to guide that left knee up. Inhale, reaching the right hand up high, high, high as you can. And as we exhale, hooking the knee onto the hooking the elbow onto the outside of the knee. Now we're going to push that elbow and that knee into each other as we create this twist, keeping the back nice and straight, the chest is nice and tall, using support from our left hand behind us. And exhale, unwind yourself, straighten both the legs. Now, we're going to come into a straddle pose, which means we're going to turn sideways on our mat. And we're going to bring our legs out as far as we can without stressing the body. So we don't want to go so far where it's like painful or our legs are shaking. You just want to go to where you feel a stretch, but you're not overexerting yourself. Once you're in a straddle pose, we're going to go ahead and fold forward. So we're going to lengthen the arms up, big inhale. As we exhale, gently fold forward towards the ground, and you can use your hands to help guide you. Once you're folded to the point where your body tells you to stop, we're going to use our fingertips and we're going to crawl our fingertips forward. It doesn't have to be very far, but just for a little extra length. Go ahead and walk yourself back up with your hands. We're going to keep the right hand on the mat. Left hand is going to reach up as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to lean towards our right leg. And you can stop here, or if you have the availability to do so, you can try to grab onto your foot or your toes. With your right arm on the inside of the right leg, you can actually use that arm to push into the thigh to get a little bit deeper into the side body. Your gaze is looking underneath the left arm. Go ahead and inhale as you use the right arm to help push yourself back up. Exhale the left arm down. Switch sides. So right arm comes up with our inhale. Lengthen first, and then as we exhale, leaning towards the left side. Now, if you're somewhere here where you're not ready to grab the foot, all I want you to really focus on is not folding over like this. So we don't want to fold over to where our chest collapses into the leg. You want to keep your chest open with this twisting motion, and as you use your gaze to look up under that left arm, that's going to help you hold that twisting motion instead of falling forward. So oftentimes, you'll notice this more when we do some balancing poses, but wherever you place your attention on is where everything is going to flow into. So if I'm looking at the ground instead of looking up under my arm, my body's going to naturally start to fold into the ground because that's where my attention is going. So using the gaze and using your attention with purpose is important to your practice and can also really help you strengthen your practice. Go ahead and pull yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale the arm back down. And now we're going to fold forward again in this straddle position and just see if we can get a little bit further, if things are feeling different, or if it's the same. Inhale the arms back up, lengthen both sides. Exhale, fold forward. Once the arms reach the ground, use those fingertips to pull forward. Release the back, release the head. Let gravity pull. And as you inhale, go ahead and walk yourself back up with your hands. We're going to take the right side of the right leg to meet the left leg and come back long ways on our mat. And we're just going to lay back. So once you're back on your mat, go ahead and bend the knees, and we're going to take the feet to the outsides of the mat. From here, we're going to let the knees fall in and rest on each other, creating a little opening for the low back. And if you want, you can add some movement by swaying the legs side to side for a little massage. Or you can just find some stillness in letting the legs rest onto each other. We're going to go ahead and bring both legs up, keeping them bent. Bring the arms out into a T shape. And we're going to let our legs fall over to the left side. Now, as we do this, we're keeping our right shoulder, the back of our right shoulder, in contact with the mat. So we're getting this nice spinal twist, and we're opening the chest at the same time. Go ahead and inhale, bringing the legs back up to center. Exhale, let them fall over to the right side. Go ahead and inhale back to center. We're going to straighten the legs, and we're going to use our hands to grab to wherever we have access to. So that could be up at the ankles, it could be down closer to the calves. The only place I don't want you to grab is on the joint of the knee itself, but anywhere else is fine. Add a very gentle pull here. And as we exhale, we're going to let our hands and our legs fall towards the mat. Take a deep breath, settle into the mat. Notice the points of contact you have with the floor. Notice the sturdiness of the earth beneath you. And know that it's okay to relax here. For now, just observe the breath. If you had your eyes closed, you can go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to roll over onto the side, using your arm as a little pillow. Then using our other arm, we're going to push ourselves back up nice and gently. Finding a seated position. We'll take one last breath together. Inhale, arms up. Touch palms. Exhale, hands to heart. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, go ahead and like this video, and please subscribe. Leave a comment telling me where you're from. Bye-bye.